there are people that sometimes I am afraid to talk to, like clients, obviously, like big clients, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I really look up to you when it comes to talking to clients, because you're very brave. And you know what you want. You get what you want. They get what they want from you, which is fair. Good. And so how would I change? You know, talking to those big people, big companies. If you're in a room with a millionaire, like a billion dollar person,
Yeah.
I know you're not going to be afraid.
To answer that question, that's a very big question, and because I was there, it's very intimidating when you walk into a room and you're the poorest person in the room and you're asking for something. You're asking for an X amount of money that you've never had before. Like, I've been in rooms where I'm talking to multi millionaires and I barely have $100 in my bank account, and I'm asking for like a few $1,000s a month, and I'm asking them to sign right now. Like, in what world can that happen other than in business, right? You're literally like negative net worth and yet you're asking for so much. It's intimidating. And I think the biggest reason why it's intimidating, and it took me a while to get out of this headspace. And the thing you got to do is that you got to stop putting them on a pedestal. The reason why you're there is because they need you. It almost sounds weird, but you almost gotta inflate your ego. You almost gotta make sure that you understand that you are deserving to be in that room. Because if you were not deserving to be in that room, they would not be having that conversation with you. Because you know this, rich people are busy. They have rich people shit to do. And so if you're in the same room as them, that means you have something of valuable. Yes, you do not have the money, right? But business is all about exchange and value. They have the money, you don't. You have the skill set, they don't. And so what's happening there is just an exchange of value. And so the moment I was able to understand that, the moment that I was able to understand that I'm here for a reason and I belong here, that's when I was never afraid anymore. That's when I was able to walk into a room, be the poorest person, and still conquer. Because I never put them on a pedestal anymore. At the end of the day, we all put our pants the same way. We all shit and eat in the same way. And so they're not better than me, right? They might be better than me in terms of their bank balance, but they're not better than me as a human being. You got to understand that we're all even. And at the end of the day, yeah, maybe, you know, they're better than you in some ways and you're better than them in some ways too. And that's why there's this conversation to exchange in value. So when you're having these conversations, I know it's intimidating. Bro, I've been in rooms where there's like 4 people and it's just me. And they're all trying to go against me, right? I have to go there and pitch my services. I have to go there and prove myself. And I'm sitting in front of like 4, 5 fucking multi-millionaires and I have to go there. I'm a little kid. Obviously, I'm not a little kid, but I look like a young kid and I'm asking them for fucking $60,000 a year. And then if they ask you questions, you cannot fold. The reason why a lot of people are afraid when they're in that room is because they know that they don't know the answers to all the questions that they might be asked. But if you can walk into a room, right, and you know that no matter what kind of questions they throw at you, you can answer that confidently, then it's not a problem. You have nothing to fear. The reason why it's so intimidating is because you're afraid to fail. You're afraid to fold under pressure. But if you know your business and your service in and out better than anybody, no matter what kind of questions are being asked of you, you can answer that with confidence and conviction, you'll be okay. Right? And so now if you're walking into a room and you're just bullshitting and they ask you questions that you don't know the answer to, then that's when you're going to fold. That's when you're going to crack under pressure. So, number 1, understand you're deserving of being in that room. Number 2, know your business better than anybody. So no matter what kind of questions or situation they ask you or they put you in, you can get out of it the right way, and you close that bitch. You know? Yo, that's funny. That's just what it is. That's what it is, man. You're always That's the crazy thing, right? You're always the small fish in a big pond.
That's true. Yeah.
And especially when you're starting out. But you gotta understand, man, do not put these people on a pedestal, because when you do that, you're making yourself smaller than you actually are. Remember, you're deserving of it, because if you were able to get them into the same room as you, if you were able to get that meeting, then they're willing to invest their time into hearing out what you have to say. So now don't waste their time and don't waste your time by doing bullshit, spewing out bullshit. Be honest, do your research, study their business, study what it is that they want, and really understand how your product or service is going to solve their problem, right? Because the reason why you're there is because they have a problem and you have the solution for it. That's the whole premise of why you're having that business meeting. They've got a problem, you've got the solution. How can we fucking make an exchange? That's it.